What is up, guys? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, so, dudes, we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. So, look, man. Yeah, earlier I was streaming a little bit here, and I wouldn't say we cut it short, but we stopped. You know, we had reached 2 hours and a pretty good stopping point, and also my girl, my wife here, came up, and she was pretty sad because we had to give some more cats away. Um, we had two cats, and one of them had kittens, and we ended up with six, which was just way too many, way too many. And we gave three of them away today, and so she was pretty bummed out about that. So she was crying about that a little bit. She came up to me and all that, and one of my subscribers in the chat was like, dude, like, go tend to your wife, man. Like, go help her out, dude. Like, turn the stream off. And I was like, all right, yeah. You're probably right. We're already at a good stopping point anyway, so we'll go ahead and shut the stream off. I'll make sure she's doing all right with it. But yeah, that was some hours ago, and we're back. We're gonna continue this on. So now, briefly before I ended the stream, I had declared war on Khmer and sort of went to conquer them. Unfortunately, at that same time when I went to do that, Ayutthaya also attacked, and they took some land here. As you can see, they took basically the southern and western portion of Cambodia, or of the Khmer Kingdom, including the capital, Phnom Penh, which is kind of a shame because I kind of wanted Phnom Penh. Well, I went and declared war on them, and I took Prenakor, Jadin, which is, I think, Saigon, basically, Rung Dape, Krate, then Stung Trung, and then the rest of it, I vassalized. Now, I was thinking of just annexing all of it, but you know what? I didn't want to spend too much admin power. I wanted to kind of save my admin power because, we have to conserve monarch points because our king sucks. He's a 1-1-2. So, yeah, we had to do something about that. We can't just go around spending all our monarch points like crazy. And besides, having a little vassal is nice, And of course, they have, the Angkor Wat, but, which probably would have been actually good to take, but we can annex that later on. Yeah, we can annex that later on. That's no problem. But now we're gonna get, some aid, some troops from these guys. Well, they have negative 13,000, or sorry, they have 13,000 manpower and no one in a standing army. But that's okay for now. That's all right. They're gonna be able to help us out in later wars here. 4 provinces. Nice little tiny vassal. Yeah, so that's good. My plan at this point is, in a brief bit, we are going to invade Ming. We're gonna attack yet again. Now, our truce ends in July. It is now February. So, yeah, we're gonna get ready to attack. And my plan is to take some of the sort of Cantonese coast over here, as well as, of course, more money. But, yeah, we take Canton and get our nice, well, let's say world port, but in the vanilla game, it's just it's a world port. But right now, it's Entrepot with, as well, the Pearl River Estuary. So this is a very, very crucial trade city, 27 development, very big. So that's going to be a huge boost. I'm thinking also it might be cool to take Yunnan. It's a level 1 center of trade. That might be a good idea. So yeah, we're gonna get right to it. So one thing I want to check is, yeah, so we do have uprising coming up pretty soon with Chompan separatists. Eventually we're gonna have Jirai, then Koho. That's still pretty long ways away. And then the Vietnamese noble rebels may show up at some point, but that's not going to be for a little while. And of course, eventually we're going to get Khmer rebels in this area. That's just what it is, but nothing too crazy. We've got a deficit, and that's mostly just because, I have been consistently having to increase the amount of money I'm spending to root out corruption. We're already spending 6.68 ducats monthly, which is just nuts. It's a lot of money, and so that's been kind of keeping me at a deficit, but we can't let that corruption get out of control because, you might think, oh, foreign spy detection, whatever, spy network construction, okay, that kind of sucks to lose, but that's, not that killer. Minimum autonomy, whatever, okay, that's pretty major, but, not killer, at least at this point, 0.3, you get the corruption up really high, that can really, really mess you up, but mandate growth modifier, that doesn't really apply to us right now. But the big killer in corruption is all power costs, right? So anything we spend monarch points on is going to be increased, right? Like how much it costs. Well, and that's pretty killer. So that's pretty darn killer. But one good thing we got out of this little war here is we've got our more power projection, and we're above 50, we're at A2, which gives us all sorts of nice modifiers. It's nice morale of armies, global trade power, for defense, legitimacy, prestige, all that good stuff. But +1, +1, +1 for all of our monarch points. So we're gaining more monarch points because of that. That's great. So look, yeah, we're gonna get to it. So once this guy comes back, I'm gonna start again making a spy network, because I just found out apparently that spy networks actually improve the speed of which you gain, how would I say it? Like, it decreases the speed in which you take cities in a siege, or take forts in a siege. So that's pretty crucial. That's pretty crucial. You can get out of the war a lot faster if you do that. And now Ming, look, Ming, they have 34,000 guys, so that's a decent amount actually, but 0 manpower. We might want to get the Free Company, or perhaps another mercenary company. We could get the Grand Company, or can we afford the Independent Army? We can't afford the Independent Army, so that might be a good thing to get, just to make sure that we win this. It'll be a little costly, but it's a lot of extra troops. Save our manpower, and we'll be able to take them on no problem. The Ming. We'll be able to take them on no problem with that amount. So, of course, one option as well is that, I was thinking one option as well is that we could wait for them to siege our forts, but I think that it would be actually better for us to probably invest in the mercenary company. Probably be wise. Probably would be wise. It might be good at some point to ally one of these guys, like Min or they're a vassal of Oirat. Never mind, I can't do that. Yeah, Oirat's getting big and scary, dude. They're getting huge. I mean, look at this. That's a scary Oirat. As I said in the last episode, we could, in theory, get we could, in theory, see a Yuan pop up, the Yuan dynasty. And that would be a pretty terrifying prospect, to be completely honest with you. So we got to make sure. We got to make sure we're getting in here. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to get the Independent Army. Or no, we'll get the Grand Company. We'll get the Grand Company. We'll be a little bit more modest. A little bit more modest. I'm sure that'll be enough. So yeah, Truce with Ming is over. So we're going to wait like 1 or 2 more months here for our morale to come up. And we're going to grab a new leader here. And what are our leader stats? So one of them has a siege pip. So yeah, we're going to try to, like if we're sieging, we're at least going to definitely make sure we use these guys like our main army. We're going to bring these guys into port. These are inevitably going to attack us and start, start blockading our ports. That's an inevitability. That is absolutely an inevitability. So, ooh, air falls ill. Uh-oh. 35, Tuanle, 17. We don't really like this air that much. It's a 1-1-3. So we're just going to pray for his life. He died. All right. So worst comes to worst, we could then get new air by spending 20 legitimacy and 20 prestige. So we're just going to see if, if a new air will just be born. If not, we'll have to introduce one. No big deal, right? So we're going to declare, and we'll probably take late. No, we'll take we'll take Canton. So actually, before anything else, I realized I actually don't have a diplomat here, so we're gonna recall him from Kale. That was just kind of like a filler sort of area. I don't really have any specific priority on Kale or my relations with Kale or anything like that. I just didn't want to have any idle diplomats. Like, why, right? Like, if we have diplomats available, may as well have them doing something, right? So one thing we can also do is let's put Ming as a rival before we do that. It's a good thing we actually didn't have our diplomat ready, because I would have forgotten to do that. So let's, as soon as this diplomat gets back, we're doing this. Let's go. So, one of the main Ming armies is up here. Can we go up there? We cannot. So that's fine. We'll go right to Canton. Ignored unrest. Da Nang. Well, we already have the Champa separatists coming up in a second here, so we're just going to ignore them. We're going to see if we can take this before the rebels pop up, hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. I think they'll actually pop up before we get a chance to take this fort, but that's okay. Okay, so they've sieged down the last Xi province. And again, let's see, they have 32,000. I think that our guys, I think we could probably beat them. So they don't have low mandate anymore, so we're not going to get a huge advantage on them, or they're not going to get a huge disadvantage, rather, in terms of more fire taken. But I still think that this army is going to be a lot for them to engage with directly. And yes, we will be, unfortunately, having to take out loans, but that's okay. When we defeat them, we can get a lot of money. Let's see, for instance, see how much money we can possibly get out of these guys. Yeah, like 1,500. So that'll be more than enough to, to pay off any sort of loans. And we're still having to deal with this corruption because, man, our harmony just keeps going down as a result of this religious harmonization. Ooh, we got the Champa rebels. They're sieging down this, so as soon as I'm done with the siege here in Canton, we'll set them down here. National manpower modifier, man maintenance modifier, morale of armies. Ooh, can't do that anymore. We'll have to wait till we take out a loan. But land maintenance modifier will help us out with our money situation, which is always a constant headache when it comes to Dai Viet. But, you know, national manpower modifier, that's pretty crucial as well. And morale of armies would help us in a fight. So I think that we might want to go with morale of armies, just so our army is a little bit more powerful, right? We'll have these guys actually siege down some provinces. So yeah, let's go with the morale of armies. Still pretty early game, so morale of armies is still pretty crucial. What is this? What is this? Oh, got our splendor points, right? We got our age of discovery points, right? Okay, so we can purchase an ability. Feudal de jure law. Allow state edict. Feudal de jure law. What is that? What does that do? Let me see if we can find this under our state edicts. View edicts. Oh yeah, we should definitely get it on encourage development. We should definitely put on no edict. Save us some money. Let's see what other edicts. Feudal de jure law. What does that do? Oh, decreases unrest. That's kind of cool. But I think there are better ones. Justified wars. That's cool. Transfer subject peace treaty. I mean, okay. Well, how many of our enemies have vassals? They have tributaries. Ming has tributaries. Oh, and they have Xi as a vassal. But, dude, I mean, that's barely anything at the moment. Though, that could be kind of a cool vassal to have, because look at all these cores they have. Although most of their cores are in Oirat territory, and we're not going to go after Oirat anytime soon, that is for sure. That is for sure. Ooh, Ming's getting taking back Liang. So that's why their soldiers haven't shown up yet. I don't know. Let's see, cavalry to infantry ratio. That's cool. War taxes. War taxes cost negative 100%. Wow. So we could just declare war taxes whenever you want, which, you know, will just not cost us anything. No, you know, no cost of mill points, which gives us land maintenance modifier, navy maintenance modifier, mercenary maintenance. That's good. Our developed colonies, which is actually pretty good, but we don't have our colonists yet. Adaptive combat terrain, combat bonus and terrain of capital, which is farmlands. Yeah, I don't know which one of these I should take, dude. Let's do improved war taxes. So we can just put on our war taxes for no cost, right? And I don't think that does anything else. Like, I mean, does that increase our war exhaustion? No. Which, by the way, I remember that we had, you know, we had our war exhaustion super high previously, and now it's like gone down over time to a more reasonable amount. So since these guys are distracted up here, well, there's 9,000, or there's about 15,000 up here, so that leaves another 15,000 somewhere else. Are they fighting any other wars other than against me and Liang? No. Or Liang and I? They are not. Mm. So maybe we send my siege pip army over here to Yunnan, Kunming, which is the modern capital of the Yunnan province. Yeah, we'll send them over here because these Ming soul guys have not shown their face over in this area. So yeah, those war taxes help us out a lot. You know, our army maintenance is down to 10, so big difference there. Mercenary maintenance, you know, is down. So that's pretty crucial. It's pretty crucial. It's good stuff. So, oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. Gonna have to deal with them. Luckily, they're not too far in their siege progress, and we've just got Stongtrung as a core province, or territorial core, or yeah, territorial core. Yeah, so I think that once I siege down Canton, I'm going to send these guys down there, and these 11 should probably be enough to beat these 13,000 chomping separatists, I believe, right? I think that'll be enough. I think they'll be fine. And if they're not, they're mercenaries. Who cares, right? It's not taking out our manpower pool. Not at all. Jardin, Crate, so yeah, cool. We have no more overextension, which is nice. The sack of Canton. Ooh. Traditionally, advancing armies have been expected to supply themselves from what they can plunder in the area they move through. This is often the only way for soldiers to survive in wartime, as payments from the kingdom treasury can rarely be brought in a timely manner to the men. In fact, by paying retroactively, many also avoid the strain of paying for the fallen. As Canton fell, it was therefore expected that our soldiers be allowed to loot the city to enrich themselves. What was less expected was the total and utter devastation of the city that took place. Yeah, so we absolutely sacked the city, our mercenaries. Refusing to follow orders, the men descended upon the helpless burghers, doing despicable things and ruining the area for a long time to come. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, army professionalism kind of went down because, you know, we hired some mercenaries, which, you know, it affects army professionalism, which I kind of forgot because, this is my first non-vanilla, like, sort of campaign. This is the first campaign I've done since I've gotten the expansions or the DLC, which does not have army professionalism as a metric. So, yeah, man. That lowered our army professionalism, but look, so we need better payment routines and harsher discipline. Costs us some money, but, you know, hey, punish the perpetrators, lose 5 prestige. Such are the rules of warfare. We gain a bunch of ducats, gain military power, but Canton is just devastated. Devastated. Absolutely. We lose army professionalism, which is not going to, you know, hurt us too bad. But Canton does lose 2 production points, which, I mean, you know, I feel like we can kind of afford, right? Like, it'll bring it down to 25, equal to our capital. And we need the money. And Ming won't like us, but it's whatever. 100 devastation in Canton. Whatever, man, whatever. Yeah, we'll do this. Sorry, Canton. Such are the rules of warfare. Anyway, so we got 6.8 Ming running around here. 6.8 thousand Ming troops. So we're going to send these guys down here to deal with these rebels. And I think, no, we're not going to do a naval doctrine. Oh yeah, we can make states here. Let's do that. And core. Kong. Nice. So, we got another diplomat here. Let's have him come and help improve relations with our new vassal here. How about we do that? Yep. How about we do that? So meanwhile, these guys are working away on this fort. They can just continue what they're doing. That's cool. That's fine and dandy. That, money we got, that helps us, pay for our war a little bit longer without having to take out too many more loans, right? Oh, and they're going for Xi. It's cool, all right. And yeah, the Ming just seem real distracted. Real distracted. Oh, and hopefully these guys get down here before they take this fort. Sometimes AI, they take the forts really quick sometimes. I swear, like, the game really favors the AI sometimes. I end up with, like, a lot of times, like, -75 or something, or, like, plus 75, percent for the fort to fall, and it doesn't. So, okay, luckily we're going to make it. And I think we got them. I think these guys are going to take them out. I don't think they should have too big an issue. Yep. You're good. They took a decent amount of casualties, but that's totally fine. They're mercenaries. We don't really care. It doesn't take out of our manpower pool. So we're going to have these guys go up here, finish this siege. Then we're going to head straight up to the Ming capital at Nanjing. We're going to take that. Then, oh, wow, they just full annexed Young. So, oh, yeah, we're going to have to face their army in a sec here. So we definitely want our guys together. So if we can beat their army, that'll be cool. If we just have to peace out without defeating their army and without taking the capital, that's all right. But I'd kind of like to sack the capital, get ourselves some, extra free development here in our capital from sacking theirs. One option, too, is we could probably, we can't move the capital in our war, but one thing I'd actually like to do is move the capital to Hue, so we can get, like, when we sack the enemy capital, we can end up, bringing that development as well to our capital and Hue, because I think there's, like, a mission that involves somehow having, somewhere over here, I thought there was a mission. Yeah, the Imperial Citadel. Yeah, Dongqing and Hue both need to have at least 30 development. So I think that we could get that, without spending too many monarch points, by simply, looting cities. And so once I got 30 development of this one from looting enemy capitals, or how do you articulate it? Let me see. How do they put it? Pillaging the capital. Yeah, that's it. I think we can pillage get enough from pillaging the enemy capitals, get it up to 30, then we switch our capital to Hue, which is also, yes, it's still in the Canton trade node. And then we pillage enemy capitals, get some development for this, and we can get 30 in both. Anyway, so we strive to keep the Vietnamese military strong, modern, and domestically supported, but sometimes our priorities end up in conflict with one another. Lacking the rich iron mines of our neighbors, some of our grander plans for future military development will not be possible as soon as we might wish. Increasing our iron imports is a tempting option, but relying on foreign support might compromise our trade policies. Although a knife in the back of our neighbor would be all the more brilliantly insidious as if it was made of their own steel. We need imported iron for our fist. So for my Taya, we need to rely on our own resources. Heart matters more than iron. Let's take the military power. And, it's good that, it doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't really make a difference that extra relations that. And by the way, they're fabricating claims on us. I'm kind of afraid that they might attack. But if they were to attack us, they would also have to deal with Malacca down here, which that could be a problem for them. It really could be. So this Ming army's coming in here. That might be an issue for us. Let's try to hopefully, yeah. So we've taken this. A rising star. Throughout his career, Phuc Nguyen La left a strong impression on everyone he met or worked with. From his time as a promising student to his rise to positions of increasing responsibility, he has consistently done well and found new solutions to whatever problems he faced. It is clear, however, that for someone of his background, both as a commoner and an animist, he has reached about as high as he can go. Okay, so yeah, this is the typical thing where they are kind of a little upset about. Who are they referring to? Phuc Nguyen La? That's not one of my advisors. Oh, yeah. Vietnamese animist, master recruiter. Remarkable individual, be our place in life, get some more prestige. Or we could get master recruiter for half the price, giving us 2 military power, or 2 extra military power instead of 1. But so that'd be half the price, like 2 point something, 2.23 ducats per month. Yeah. I don't know. We have some money problems. That's an extra ducat per month, but it's an extra mil power per month. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I think it is worth it. Military ideas of bitch knock. No way. No way. Oh, so that's a queen consort. Yeah, so developed a grasp of military strategy. Yeah, nice. Military power. Cool. So now comes a time where we have to kind of fight their army, but maybe we could just peace out at this point. Let's see. Let's see what we could get. So we can't even get their full. What could we get if we just peace out? 700 ducats. Can we take any provinces? We could take 1. Nah, man. Wait a minute. Their capital's I thought for some reason that they lost Beijing, but no, they still have Beijing. Should we take this fight? What do you think, guys? We did lose that morale boost, unfortunately. I guess we're going in. Let's do it. Oh, and the rest of them don't even want to join. They don't even want to join the fight. Cowards. Oh, we can get our colonist. Yes. 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 Oh, we need to choose our natives policy. Native coexistence policy. Yeah, they don't uprise. Native uprising chance minus 100%. Native trading policy, that's cool. Native assimilation is good. Native repression policy, global settler increase, but I'll have to send these guys around, killing the natives and stuff like that. I don't know. It's kind of a hassle, but we could do that. Yeah, man. Of course, if we do the native coexistence policy, we can kind of just ignore this. You know, we don't have to like do anything about it. We can just let it run, right? But maybe a balanced approach would be best, the native trading policy, since, I mean, look, we start colonizing this province, there will be a 3% per month chance of a native uprising. Maybe we just do the native repression policy and just whenever we make a colony, we just get rid of the natives. But that does cost a lot of military power. And it's not, you know, particularly moral, though. We're not, you know, in real life, we're in a game, so not a big deal. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry, dudes. Sorry, guys. That's just what we're gonna do. Cool. Got rid of these guys. Let's see what kind of peace deal we can get now. Still can't take that? Really? What if we just took one province and got a bunch of money? Just 200 ducats? Nah, nah. Gotta go for more than that, right? So Ming, they're losing guys, so they take more fire damage. I feel like maybe if these guys, man, if these guys made the stupid decision to try to siege Kunming or Yunnan here, we would obviously be able to get them. But that's kind of a lot of guys. It's kind of a lot of troops. Should we try it? Should we try it, guys? Let's see if we can get them to siege down Canton, so we get the defender's bonus. Oh, we got Jirai separatists. We don't really have to hurry up for that. We don't really have to be in any particular hurry. They still don't seem to really want to engage. They really don't. So, I mean, what if we just go for Nanjing? You know? Innovativeness is decreasing. Sorry. Naval doctrine. I want to spend the money. Oh, nice. Or the Khmer's liberty desired is already going down. That's good to see. Hopefully they won't have any more. Ooh, here they are. Let's see about now. Can we take 2 provinces? 2 provinces and 500. Let's see. This is kind of what I would hope we'd be able to get. Like, that's the most territory I would take. Really. So, I mean, that's 370 admin power, actually. That's kind of a lot. Why does it take this much admin power to core up Shunning? It's kind of a lot, right? I guess not really. Though we have claims in all 3 of these provinces, I don't know. Kind of surprised how much it takes. Yeah, we're already at 42 progress. Shoot, man. Yeah, just take Nanjing. Just do it. Still got plenty of manpower left. Oh, we can call someone in. We can call Mong Yang to arms. Yeah, why not? Why not? Give us a hand, Mong Yang. Cost us 10 favors. All right, well, how many favors do we have with these guys? Oh, sick. EU separatists. Man, I'll tell you, they're a small province, but dude, they're, you know, how many favors do we have? 81 favors? How do we have 81 favors with these guys? That's nuts. So that's cool. We can just call them in whenever we want. Okay. Come on in, guys. Join the fight. I guess. And yeah, man, their manpower, their, excuse me. Their mandate just continuing to go down. And that means they're going to take more fire damage as time goes by. So they're just getting weaker. They're just getting weaker. So these guys are now making the mistake of, oh, we got some rebels for sure. So yeah, well, why don't we take Nanjing, go down here. If these guys are still sieging them, we'll take them out. And these other Ming guys will come over here and, you know, go fool around down there. So we can take these guys out, then swing around here to Mongyang, take them out, then come down back here, take out Jirai and Khmer rebels. Which they're 15% to enforcement. That's not too bad a situation yet. There's still a long time before they can enforce their demands or anything like that, so we'll be good. We'll be good. And by the way, how's it going, folks who are just joining? You know, hey man, I'm glad you all are here. Glad you're hanging out with me. What is this? Glad you're hanging out with me, you know, and make sure to like the stream, make sure to subscribe, you know. The works, because I stream fairly frequently enough, like at least like twice a week. In fact, this is actually my second time today streaming, so sometimes more often than twice a week. So yeah, 100 admin power for 1 base tax. No, dude. No, dude. No. Sorry, but no. No special favors. Ooh, let's go. We got a new heir on 446. Dude. Dare I say it, man, I'm happy that the other heir died, dude. As bad as that is to say, like, dude, the other heir was 131, and now we got 446, an absolute chad. On lay, dude, absolute chad. Absolute chad. Absolute chad. That's sick. That's going to really, really help us out. So, I mean, okay. Let me see. These guys still are not that close. Should we just go up to Beijing? These guys abandoned their siege over here. Well, okay, hold on. What can we get from these guys right now? So we get 1-1 at 0. In our capital, if we were to defeat them, Monday? Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second here. Don't leave. Don't leave. I'll be back. Just 1 sec. I'm gonna go get my wife a blanket. 1 sec. 1 sec, I swear. Sorry to leave you guys hanging for just a second. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, all that good stuff. And so, yeah, dude, we're gonna send these guys up to Beijing because you know what? As it turns out, these Khmer rebels are actually are going and harassing the Vietnamese, or sorry, the Thai. So, yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with that. You know, it can be their problem, right? Oh, and they're actually at war with one of their tributaries here. Are they trying to conquer it? I guess so. Ooh. The clergy. They're not happy with us. The relations between the state and clergy have now sunk low enough that it's entirely characterized by distrust and even open defiance. Holy places of our nation are centers of resistance to the king. Ooh, and the most faithful in our lands are doubting the legitimacy of our rule. When, with things as they are, it comes as no surprise that all it took for the situation to ignite was one small misstep by our king during a religious ceremony last week. The peasants are now rising up all over the country with the clergy inciting them and directing their anger towards us. Oh. Oh. Peasant revolts. Oh, okay, yeah, no. We got to get back here and fix this situation. Sorry, guys. No pillaging of the main capital this time. I mean, we could still do it, actually. Maybe. Well, but first we need to come back down here and deal with this. This is just getting out of hand. I mean, humiliate them. Get a bunch of whole mess of power projection. That'd be cool. But first, let's take all the money we can, obviously, right? Then Canton is our war goal. Could do that, right? But then again, maybe what if we just take Leicho? Because we don't have a whole lot of admin power. But I don't know, man. I kind of want to take more than that. Well, while I'm figuring that out, let's get these guys going back the direction of home. Yeah, it just depends. What can we do? What can we do here? What can we do here? We can have them release someone. Shun. Nah, what's the point of that? Yan. Well, Yan would be interesting because they wouldn't have Beijing anymore. Yi. Nah, there's no point of that. Yue. Hey. Actually, Yue would be interesting. Could release Yue and maybe make them like a tributary or something. That's an idea. That's an idea. Dude, the faith of the Dharma people has been intertwined with our own for millennia, yet our beliefs have diverged for almost as long. For a long time, it was believed that where we lauded reason and classical learning, they strive for diversity and an ancient spiritual power. Over the last years, however, we've strived to integrate the Dharmic society within ours and make their beliefs fit in with the equally strong traditions of philosophy and learning. As we look for a common future, or as we look ahead, a common future beckons where the diversity of the Dharmic pantheon can be cherished together with the Confucian classics. Together, we have created a new, stronger set of rites and traditions for a stronger and more durable state. Submit the people of virtue, assimilate the people with enlightenment. And we get harmonized with the Dharmic faith until the end of the game. Another diplomatic reputation. Let's go. Dude. Let's go. Let's get it. And let's see. Is there like any edict that'll help us like convert culture? It doesn't look like it, right? missionary strength, protect trade, increase enlistment, encourage development, defensive edict, centralization effort, advancement effort. No, unfortunately not. But, so for example, how much would it be to just, let's see, let's bring up the culture conversion map mode. We can afford that. We're at 5 for diplomatic technology. Well, you know, I want to get that permanent claim on the Mekong River Delta area, right? But at the same time, you know, we're kind of a ways away for really realistically being able to deal with Ayutthaya. They have some strong allies too, Lanshang, Tuangu and Prom apparently, which would be more than enough to keep Pegu occupied if we bring them in. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, man. I suppose we're not really that desperate for yeah, we're not really that desperate for getting that mission and getting these full claims. Now, before I declare war on Ayutthaya and take these areas, I would like to get the permanent claims, but not necessarily completely crucial. Not necessarily completely crucial. Oh, nice. Thank you guys for assisting me with these peasant revolts. All right. Oh, we already got a native rising at Ilocos because we haven't sent our guys to deal with this. And they're going to destroy this colony. Brilliant. Amazing. Spectacular. Spectacular. Just fantastic. I guess then we'll wait for this war to end before we do that. And honestly, why don't we just end this war right now? I feel like that would be better, right? Could release UA. I mean, who else could we release? Who else could we force them to release? That would make sense and actually help us. Jen? Where's Jen? No. Why? Well, what about Dali? How's about that? And they don't border. Yeah, make him release Dali. Make him give us all our money. Actually, well, hold on. How much money can we get? We get that. See, we can actually take all of these. And how much is Canton alone? I think we do this, guys. I think we do this. I think this is the key. I think this is the best move. So yeah, it'll give us some, definitely give us some aggressive expansion, but who's going to, no one's going to join the coalition other than men. So, yeah, we'll do it. Let's do it. Sick. So first thing we're going to core up is, well, actually, we don't really have to bother with this because it's completely devastated. So we're going to actually focus on these other provinces first. Like, yeah, dude, Canton is just messed up right now. It's going to take some time to repair. And that's fine. For a while, we're not going to really get anything out of that. It's pretty busted, but that's okay. That's okay. Canton will recover. Do not fret. Canton will recover. So we're actually just gonna run these guys straight into all these rebels. Deal with our yeah, we're gonna repay all loans. Sick. We're gonna deal with our rebels, with our mercenaries. We're just gonna let them die, and then we're going to fire them, and then we'll be good. All right, guys. Manage rebel suppression. Okay. Yeah, so after this, are there any guys who are going to really come through anytime soon? Or are going to rise up anytime soon? Doesn't look like it. Not for a little bit. So pretty much, we could basically just... Yeah, we can basically just fire these guys. Lower our maintenance. See if you can get rid of this deficit. Ooh, we still have a deficit of 9. And our corruption is just going up still. Holy moly. At least like, oh man. Yeah, that's the thing with our harmony, dude. Man, oh man. It got so low as a result of the Dharmic religious group being harmonized. That's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I'm gonna bring root out corruption to the max. Meanwhile, we can improve a great project. How much would that be? It would cost most of the rest of our money, but they'll give us state maintenance, negative 10%, yearly legitimacy, yearly harmony increase. That's pretty important for us. So we'll take some years. I don't know if that's how we want to spend our money right now, to be honest with you. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. No, sir. No, sirree, Bob. Oh, one thing that'll help us. We can accept Kamai. That'll give us some more money. A little bit. Just a little bit. Now, we're now going to again send the colonists over there. To Ilocos. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and not do that. Dude, how does the... Okay. Hold up. Does promoting a general... Dude, promoting a general gives the nobles more influence. Oh, dude, what the heck? Oh, dude. Man. It's hard to get rid of this nobility influence. That's tough. That's super tough. So what? I mean, are we just going to have armies without generals? Is that the conclusion? That's not really feasible. It's not viable. Bring our army maintenance up. Sorry, guys. Send them over here. And we'll just honestly get rid of all the natives from here and here. We're not going to worry about EU4 because, once we take these two provinces, no one's going to be able to colonize them, so we can just kind of branch out to other areas. And colonize that later on. We don't have any better things to colonize. I'll wait 1 month on this. Attack the natives. We win. They're gone. Oh, shoot. I didn't read that. I didn't mean to click that. Well, now we have claims on East Guangdong. Cool. All right. And I mean, yeah, when our yeah, we'll take this. When our treaty with them ends again, of course, we are planning on attacking once more, which will be in about 9 years. So we're going to turn our army maintenance down again. Save us some money. I mean, look, man, hopefully this corruption, look, our harmony is going to be going up now. So that means, less yearly corruption as time goes by. So means we're, progressively going to have to spend less and less on getting rid of corruption or warding off corruption. Rooting out corruption. That's the correct phrase. Yeah, guys, so, yeah, man. Right now, though, I think the biggest headache in this game is this nobility influence, dude. This is killer. It's absolutely killer. Absolutely killer. Oh, and one thing we got to do, send these guys right down here. Get rid of this one rebel control province so we can seize more land. Which will, of course, get, lower our nobility influence. Which is good. We want our nobility influence lower. We'll have more crown land. That's good. Crown land gives us all sorts of good effects when you have more of it. Oh, and also we're about to be able to do our next reform, which will be the examination system. And we'll also get rid of some more or reduce further our nobility influence. And in the meantime, we can seize land, which is, ooh, kind of hurt. Our states are pissed off. 4% loyalty from merchant guilds, 16% nobility for 16% loyalty for nobility, 10 for clergy. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah, we're gonna have to find ways to keep lowering this this nobility influence. And so look, if we got rid of so once this diet summon expires, and the 2 command of the military expire, we'll be down 15. So, I mean, yeah, get down to 39. That we could get 39. Or yeah, equilibrium is 47. So if we just don't piss them off any, then we just wait and not do anything else that raises nobility influence, we could get rid of the command of the military actually probably by the end of the decade. It's possible. It's very possible. That's very key. Yeah, nobility. Ooh, but for this, nobility influence needs to be lower than 40. But, so, though, once we do get rid of this, this gives them plus 30 nobility influence, right? So they would right away be below that. So as soon as we get rid of that, we instantly get curtailment nobility. And this one is a little bit more involved, controlling the army. We'll have to have their loyalty 40 or greater, which is doable. Yeah, so we'll basically be getting that. And then restore examinations, we just have to get rid of our deficit, then we get this immediately. But I don't know when we're going to realistically be able to get rid of that. All right, so we can mothball this fort. We can mothball this. We can mothball this. Set these guys here. Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, 30 a year. Yeah, so this is they're going to work on that, and eventually we'll get some new provinces for that. We'll get some more good stuff. Some more provinces, which in turn gives us some more money, some more manpower, all that good stuff. And meanwhile, let's see. Yeah, dude, let's lower our autonomy in some of these places. That'll help us. And you know what? Let's just lower our autonomy everywhere. Who cares if it, might cause some peasant revolts? Who the heck cares, right? Oh, and now we have 100 spy network in China. So yeah, let's just make some more claims, dude. Here. Oh, and that's all we could really do. Well, how much to fabricate another claim? It's 45. That's fine. That amount of claims is perfectly fine. Now, while we're at it, we should improve some relations with some of these guys. Oh yeah, we were kind of wanting this alliance with Ava. And you know what? At this point, we might be able to just annex Guangfuam. That might be the most sensible thing. Yes, only 56 Diplo power. We'll be able to do that quick. So yeah, let's improve relations with them as soon as these guys return. Penal colony. Yeah, let's set it up. So we're sending the criminals of Vietnam to the Philippines, okay? Cool. Yeah, guys, so we've won another victory. Defeated Ming once again. Our power projection is very high. We'll save the prestige. Oh, we can get docks. Sick. And I kind of want this workshops ideally a little sooner than we get Miltech 7. So if we get above this amount, we won't take it until like right before we get in a war. Because again, I don't want the extra corruption increase because of that. Well, now look, Look, see, now it's changing by 0.4, like negative 0.4 every year. Before it was 0.1. So, as we can see, our corruption increase is going down, or at least the base, like basically from low harmony, our debuff to corruption is going down. Yeah, we don't need to do this. Sorry, prestige. Although maybe we should have, actually. Local protectionism. Competition is good for everyone. Well, let's see. Stungtrung. What am I getting? Competition is good for everyone. I agree with that as a general sort of philosophy. Competition in economy is good. An economy is good, generally speaking. So one thing I kind of want to do is like see if we can steal tributaries from these people. Like what if we attacked, for example, Mong Mao? So, wow, what did we call? Wait, is Ayathaya? Okay, yeah, Ayathaya is allied with Mong Mao. And that's kind of a nice fancy way for them to sort of kind of block us off, right? But we have our vassals, right? I suppose, hey, what if we got Tondo and Pangasinan as a established tributary? Hey, dude. Yeah. Yeah, man. They will do that. So, Mongfuam, Ava, call you guys home from Kamai, or no, we'll call you guys home from Mongfuam. Because we got to get Kamai up to, definitely got to get Kamai up to a level of not being rebellious or not being disloyal anymore or having a high liberty desire. Because they're not going to even help us in wars or do anything for us if, as long as they have a liberty desire of over 50. So we got to keep that going. Establish tributary, so they'll do it. Will they? Will they? They will not. They won't. Okay, so we're not neighbors, that's why. But Pangasinan. Tributary state. I got myself a tributary. Sick, dude. So how does this work? Pangasinan, tributary state. So by the end of the year, this will be 3,000. Could demand artifacts. The heck is that? Okay, so they're tributing us 300 manpower a year. Okay, I mean, that's not really that much, but whatever. I don't really think that's really worth it, to be honest. And what happens if we cancel tributary? Okay. kind of lame, to be honest. It's kind of lame. I'll be completely honest. But I guess it's only a four development, one province minor. But, all right, whatever. I mean, they're our tributary now, I guess. Sick. Cool. Like, all right. 300 manpower a year. Dude, come on. I mean, I guess it's like we only gain 194 per month in terms of manpower. It's not that much, right? So it's not a lot at all. So I mean, look, like shoot 300. I mean, that's an extra month and a half per year worth of manpower. So I guess that makes a difference, right? Makes a little bit of a difference. And you divide 300 by 12. I mean, that's, it's a decent, fair little bit, right? Let's see, 300 divided by 12. I'm kind of lazy to do math in my head. Okay, it's an extra 25 manpower per month. Okay. I mean, I guess it's decent for a click of a button, right? Okay. And I mean, if we want at any point, we could demand, extra tribute from them, right? Demand artifacts, get us an extra 5 prestige, get an additional tribute of 5.5, okay. And they'll just get mad and they'll not want to like be our tributary anymore. And then at that point, we just declare war on them and annex them. So I guess it's better this than just not really interacting with them at all. But at some point, I'm definitely going to want to take this because they got a natural harbor there. And this trade can be basically sent upstream back to my home node. So at some point, we're definitely going to want to conquer all the Philippines, definitely. But yeah, man, we don't have any edicts going, do we? Anywhere? No. Yeah, I mean, what is prosperity development cost? Local goods produced. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Well, then why don't I have prosperity now? I guess because I just keep getting revolts and stuff. I guess these areas just have not had any revolts. All right, man. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, wow, already the devastation's already gone down to 66%. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, we already have enough admin power for all these. Sick, dude. Sick. So we're coring up these provinces. Yeah, man, we're looking sweet. We're looking sweet. All that blue, that's under my direct rule. Got a decent amount of South China going. It's looking good. It's looking real good. And of course, we're going to attack Ming again once we have the chance. It's basically free real estate, right? Well, guys, I thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna go to bed. So have a good night, guys. Love y'all.